That night, the rain didn't fall. It wept. It beat against the tin roofs of Surulere like fists of the forgotten, drumming a mournful rhythm that only the lonely could understand. Inside one of those small apartments, a young woman named Amara Chukwu sat before her ring light, her face half painted with foundation, her baby crying in the background. She tried to smile through her exhaustion, adjusting her wig, forcing her eyes wide like the influencers she admired online. "Hi guys, welcome back to my channel," she whispered shakily, the crying growing louder. Her hand trembled as she reached for the baby's milk bottle. "Please baby, not now." But the baby, Enma, only cried louder, as if her tiny lungs carried a warning no one could hear. When Amara turned off the camera, she stared at her reflection. The tired eyes, the fading confidence, the bruised spirit behind the makeup. Outside, lightning cracked the sky open, and for a moment, her reflection flickered. Not like glass, but like a mirror showing two faces, one real, one becoming something else. The influencer life she'd prayed for was about to eat her alive. And that's how this story ends. If you loved it, please like, comment, and subscribe to Nigerian Storytelling Time. More powerful stories are coming soon. Before we continue, please subscribe to Nigerian Storytelling Time and turn on the notification bell for more unforgettable stories like this one. ACT 1. The Girl Who Wanted to Be Seen. Amara wasn't born into fame. She was born into struggle. Her mother, Mama Nkechi, sold vegetables by the roadside in Enugu, while her father left when she was 8, chasing contracts that never came. Amara grew up watching light-skinned girls on Instagram flaunt their beauty, their travel vlogs, their soft life, and she promised herself one thing: one day, they will know my name. After university, she moved to Lagos with nothing but a borrowed iPhone 7 and dreams packed heavier than her suitcase. At first, she posted makeup tutorials, funny skits, and daily vlogs about Lagos hustle life. Her energy was infectious, her smile radiant. People followed. Comments rolled in. "Girl, you're so real. You deserve 100K followers already." By the end of 2020, she had 50,000 subscribers and brands calling her for promos. Then came the sponsorships, wigs, creams, slimming teas, and the money began to flow like sweet palm wine. But life had its own plans. In the middle of her rising fame, Amara met Chuka, a handsome photographer who worked with influencers. He was smooth, confident, and spoke the language of the internet. Hashtags, aesthetics, engagement. Together, they became a duo that lit up timelines. Soon, she got pregnant. Chuka disappeared before the first trimester ended. He said he had projects abroad. Amara tried to contact him, but his number went silent. All she had left was her camera, her unborn child, and a world that watched and judged. She hid the pregnancy at first, afraid followers would see her as one of those girls. But when her belly grew, she turned it into content. Single mom journey, she called it. The views skyrocketed. People commented with sympathy, admiration, and curiosity. "You're so strong, sis. God bless you and your baby." Every cry, every clinic visit, every ultrasound became a video. When she finally gave birth to baby Enma, the internet rejoiced as if it were their child too. Amara wept, not because she was happy, but because deep inside, she knew she was trading something sacred for attention. Ma grew fast, too fast, as if she wanted to escape the camera's gaze. By her first birthday, Amara had turned motherhood into a full-time show. Morning routine with baby Enma, what I feed my 1-year-old, baby's first words live. Brands sent free diapers, clothes, toys, and she filmed them all. But with every post, a strange thing began to happen. Sometimes, the videos would glitch when NMA looked directly at the camera, her eyes shining brighter than normal. Viewers noticed. Is it just me, or the baby's eyes look weird in this clip? One comment read, "Why is she not smiling anymore?" Said another, Amara ignored them. Money was good, engagement was high. But one evening, while filming a bedtime vlog, something changed. It was a quiet night. Power had gone, and the generator hummed outside. Amara was rocking Enma to sleep, her phone camera propped on a tripod. Then, in the dim light, Enma stopped crying, her eyes fixed on something behind the camera. Something Amara couldn't see. Slowly the baby pointed. "Mama!" "Who's that?" Amara froze. Her chest tightened. She turned around. Nothing. Just the wall. The same dull yellow paint. The same shadows. She laughed nervously. "Ah, this child. You're seeing angels, Abby." But when she looked back at the screen, her live stream, the chat was blowing up. "Who's that man standing behind you?" "I just saw someone move." Her heart dropped. She stopped recording, shut off the phone, and held Enma close. Her skin crawled. She didn't upload that video, but the next day, someone had screen recorded it, and it went viral. Her DMs overflowed. "Madam, check your baby's room. Go for deliverance. Something day follow that child." Even her mother called, crying, "Amara, stop showing that baby to the world. The spirit world no like such things." But Amara was stubborn, or maybe desperate. She convinced herself it was just internet madness. After all, controversy brought views, so she doubled down. More baby content, more vlogs, more tears disguised as authentic motherhood. She didn't know the internet had already taken more than she could ever get back. ACT 2, The Haunting of the Influencer. After that night, nothing in Amara's home felt normal again. The air grew heavy, like something unseen had moved in. Sometimes, when she scrolled through her comments, she swore she could hear whispers under the fan's hum. When she edited her videos late at night, shadows would flicker in the corner of the footage, only for her to rewind and find nothing. Still, the numbers kept rising. Her YouTube passed 200,000 subscribers. TikTok followers tripled. Brands kept sending PR boxes, praising her honesty and real motherhood energy. But her house had grown colder, and her daughter, quieter. It was 2 a.m. Amara was editing a vlog titled, "How I Balance Motherhood and Influencing." NMA was asleep beside her, her tiny fingers curled around a stuffed bear. The generator cut off suddenly. Silence. Darkness. Amara sighed. "Nepa. Una no go kill person." She reached for her phone's flashlight. That's when she heard it. A faint giggle. At first, she thought it was Enema. But when she turned, the baby was fast asleep. The sound came again. Not from the bed, but from the wardrobe. Giggle echoes softly, distant and wrong. Her heart pounded. She rose slowly, clutching her phone like a weapon. She opened the wardrobe door. Only clothes, only silence. But when she turned back toward the bed, Enma was sitting up, wide awake, staring straight at the camera that Amara had forgotten to turn off. "Mama, he's inside," the baby whispered. Amara's breath caught. "Who's inside?" But Enma only blinked, her eyes blank, too blank for a child her age. Then, as if nothing happened, she yawned and lay back down. Amara didn't sleep that night. By morning, she called her mother in Enugu. "Mama, something day happened for this house," she said, pacing. "I day hear things. Near day talk strange." Her mother's voice came heavy with worry. "Amara, I tell you before, stop exposing that child online. You don't know who's watching. You don't know the spirits you're calling." Amara sighed. "Mama, please, I beg. This is my job, my life. Job that will destroy you." The woman shouted, "You think camera in a mirror? It is window. Anything can look through it, both human and spirit." Her words hung in the air like incense smoke. Amara felt her chest tighten. But she couldn't stop now. She was making more than her father ever did. And the sponsorships, they depended on her family content. So, she smiled through her fear and went live again that evening. The live stream was supposed to be simple. Q&A with baby and Ma. She dressed her daughter in a cute yellow jumpsuit, added bright music, and started recording. "Hi guys, welcome back. Today, we're just vibing and answering your questions. Say hi, Enma." The baby looked at the camera, frowning slightly. "She's shy." Amara laughed nervously. Comments rolled in fast. "Oh, so cute. Why does she look scared? Wait, who's that in the window?" Amara's hand froze. She turned. Behind her, through the slightly open curtain, she saw a dark reflection, a man's outline. But when she rushed to the window, there was nothing outside but the rain. She ended the live abruptly, her heart racing. By the next morning, the clip had over 1 million views. People zoomed into the background, drawing red circles, comparing shadows, speculating. Some said it was a ghost. Some said it was Chuka. Others said it was a sign. Her phone wouldn't stop ringing. Her email filled with invitations, talk shows, podcasts, even a brand offering to pay her to discuss paranormal experiences of motherhood. The world was watching, and Amara, trapped between fear and fame, chose the only thing she knew how to choose: the camera. 3 weeks later, as she prepared for a motherhood conference live stream, there was a knock on her door. She opened it and froze. "Chuka!" He stood there, taller than she remembered, dressed in black, his face hidden under a cap. "You still record everything. I see," he said, glancing at the camera light blinking red in the corner. Her lips trembled. "Where have you been?" He smiled faintly. "Working, watching." "What do you mean watching?" He stepped closer. "I saw the videos, Amara. You shouldn't have used her. You think the internet is kind. You fed your child to wolves. And worse. Don't you dare talk about my baby," she hissed. Chuka tilted his head. "You don't understand yet, but you will." And just like that, he left. No goodbye. No explanation. Amara's heart pounded like drums in an ancestral masquerade. Who had he become? What did he mean by "and worse"? That night, as she rocked Enma to sleep, she noticed her daughter's shadow on the wall. But there was something wrong. There were 2 shadows. Hers and another, smaller one, that moved when Enma didn't. The next days blurred into one another. Enma began to wake up, crying at 3 a.m. every night, saying, "Mama, he's calling me." Amara tried prayers. She called pastors. One came to bless the house, but he left trembling, muttering, "There's something old here, something that feeds on sight." She didn't understand, until one night, she dreamt of her phone, glowing on its tripod, whispering her name. When she picked it up, she saw herself on screen, but holding no baby. Then a small hand touched her shoulder from behind. She woke up screaming. The next morning, her YouTube channel had uploaded a video automatically, one she didn't record. The title read, "Goodbye from NMA." She clicked it, trembling. It was a single clip. Then May standing in her crib, waving, but her eyes were pitch black. The video ended with a whisper. "You wanted the world to see her. Now they will never look away." Amara fainted. She woke up in her mother's house in Enugu. Her uncle said neighbors found her unconscious. Her baby, gone. The police found no trace of Enma. No signs of break-in. Only cameras, phones, and recording lights blinking endlessly. In that small Surulere apartment, the internet turned her tragedy into entertainment. Find baby, Ma trended for weeks. People debated, made theories, made memes. Amara watched helplessly. Her grief turned into content by strangers. She stopped eating, stopped talking, only stared at the screen. Her last upload before she disappeared was a short clip. Her sitting in darkness whispering, "If fame is light, then I have seen what lives in the dark behind it." Act 3. The Descent into Digital Darkness. It had been 6 months since anime vanished. 6 months since Amara Chukwu, once the golden mother of Nigerian social media, became a ghost in the trending archives of the internet. No one saw her in person again, but people heard her. Her YouTube account, which she had deleted, somehow reactivated itself. At first, it began with strange re-uploads of her old vlogs. Distorted, with eerie audio glitches and darkened filters. Her fans thought it was hackers. Others swore it was something else. Phone notification pinging repeatedly. Every few nights, a new video would appear at 2:13 a.m. Always the same title, "Watch Me." The first "Watch Me" video opened with static. Then, faintly, Amara's voice, "Do you still see me?" The camera shook, as if someone was breathing into it. Viewers heard faint crying in the background. A baby's cry. Then silence. Comments poured in by the thousands. "Is this real? Someone find her! Why is YouTube allowing this?" But there was something uncanny. The upload date. Each "Watch Me" video had timestamps from days before they appeared, as if they were being posted from another time. Some claimed they could see an amaze reflection in the background mirrors. Others said they saw the man from the window. People began to call it the anime curse. YouTubers made reaction videos. News stations ran segments titled "The Influencer Who Filmed Her Own Haunting." Even pastors began using her story in sermons about vanity, pride, and the dangers of online obsession. But no one knew the truth. One man did. Inspector Ebuka Nwosu, a police officer from Lagos State CID, who had investigated Amara's disappearance. He couldn't sleep since that case. Something about the flat bothered him. The smell of burnt candle wax, mixed with baby powder. The way all the cameras were pointed, not at Amara, but at the crib. One stormy night, he returned to the building with a colleague. "Inspector, I thought we sealed this place," the younger officer whispered. "We did," Ebuka replied, shining his torchlight across the empty room. "But someone's been inside." The ring light was glowing, faint, blue, like a dying moon, and on the wall, written in lipstick, were the words, "She wanted the world to see her." The baby's crib sat in the corner. Inside it was a cracked iPhone. Ebuka picked it up. The screen flickered, and then it played a video on its own. It was Amara, sitting cross-legged on the floor, eyes sunken. "They told me to stop. But how can I stop when they keep watching?" Then she looked directly into the lens. "You two are watching, aren't you?" Ebuka dropped the phone. The lights cut off instantly. He and his partner rushed out, terrified. The next morning, when they filed their report, the footage was gone. The phone had vanished. Months later, a young journalist named Adaeze Kalu decided to make a documentary titled "When Likes Kill." She wanted to tell Amara's story, to warn people about the price of viral fame. She contacted Amara's old friends, her university mates, and even her mother. Mama Nkechi agreed to speak, her face wrapped in a faded headscarf, her voice trembling with old grief. "My daughter was not evil," she said. "She was only lonely." The internet gave her love she never felt at home. Adaeze nodded, wiping her tears. "And what about the baby?" The woman looked away. "Some children come with light, some with lessons. Enma came with both." That line stayed with Adaeze for weeks. When she finished editing the documentary, she titled it the girl who wanted to be seen. She uploaded it to YouTube on a Sunday night. By Monday morning, her laptop camera turned on by itself. The video views exploded overnight, 1 million in hours. But something strange happened. Viewers reported seeing a new clip at the end. 1. Ads never included. It showed Amara walking through a dark corridor, holding a phone light to her face. "You think I died," she whispered. "But I only crossed over into your screens." Then the baby's cry echoed again, "Mama." The screen went black, and the final line appeared. People claimed their phones overheated when they played it. Some said their cameras turned on by themselves. One woman in Canada swore she saw Amara's reflection standing behind her through her phone screen, and somewhere in the depths of the dark web, a livestream link appeared. Live, baby Enema's room, 24/7. Those who clicked said it showed a crib, empty, rocking itself, and sometimes a soft female voice singing lullabies in Igbo. 3 years passed. The internet moved on, as it always does. New influencers rose. New scandals took their place. But in Enugu, every evening, an old woman still lit a candle before a framed photo of her daughter and granddaughter. "Madu adigi icheta unu," she whispered. "People no longer remember you." "But I do," she prayed, tears sliding down her wrinkled cheeks. As she whispered the Lord's Prayer, her small radio flickered, static filled the air. And then, faintly, through the crackle, came a familiar voice. "Mama!" She froze. "Amara?" The voice came again, now clearer. "Forgive me." And then, a baby's laughter. The candle flame stretched high, almost touching the ceiling, then went out, darkness, wind howling softly through open window. When her neighbors came in the morning, Mama Nkechi was sitting peacefully, eyes closed, a faint smile on her lips. Beside her photo frame lay an old phone, unlocked, showing a new video notification from an account called Riala Mara Chukwu. The title read, "Mother and Child, Reunited." No one ever dared to click. Lagos never sleeps. But that night, the city seemed to hold its breath, while people scrolled through their feeds and swiped past another scandal. A man sat alone in a dim cyber cafe in Surulere, sweating under the flicker of bad fluorescent light. His name was Chuka, the same man who had vanished when Amara was pregnant. But the person sitting there wasn't the confident photographer everyone remembered. This was a man, hollowed out by guilt, hunted by the very creation he once helped build. Before Amara ever went viral, Chuka had been more than just a photographer. He was part of a small tech startup, experimenting with facial mapping AI for influencers. Software that could automatically edit videos, track expressions, and learn audience behavior to increase engagement. The program was called Spectra. It worked through camera lenses, recording not just the image, but the energy signature of whoever it captured. When Amara got pregnant, Chuka tested the software secretly using her content, integrating it into her live streams without her knowledge. At first, it boosted her numbers. Her views doubled, but something unexpected happened. Spectra began recording. Even when the camera was off, it began generating thumbnails of Amara and her baby, scenes that had never happened. The system had learned their faces too well. It had manifested them. When Chuka realized what he'd unleashed, he shut down the project. Or so he thought. But by then, the algorithm had already connected to Amara's growing online presence. Her followers, her uploads, her every live stream became fuel for the entity growing inside the data. And when Enme was born, a child exposed to millions, before she could even speak, the line between digital and spiritual blurred. Spectra had found its vessel. Chuka tapped furiously on the old cafe keyboard, trying to access the back-end server that once hosted Spectra. Come on, come on! Error messages flooded the screen. Access denied user, unknown. He entered a final override command. Then, the screen went black. A moment later, a single video file appeared on the desktop. For you. He hesitated, then clicked. Amara appeared. Her face was pale, eyes sunken, voice trembling. You thought deleting it would stop it. But you fed it too, Chuka. You filmed me. You tagged me. You taught it to see. He shook his head, whispering, No, this isn't possible. She leaned closer to the camera. Spectra doesn't just record faces. It keeps souls. And you gave it mine. The cafe lights flickered violently. The screen glitched. Static. Then a burst of white light. And then, a baby's giggle filled the room. Every device around him, computers, phones, even the router, began turning on by themselves, playing Amara's face on every screen. You wanted perfect lighting, her voice said, echoing from everywhere at once. Now live inside it, Chuka screamed. The lights blew out. When the cafe owner found him at dawn, the man was gone. All that remained was his camera, still recording. Its lens cracked, but the reflection in it showed two figures walking away, a woman and a small child. Meanwhile, Edeze Kalu, the journalist who had made the documentary, couldn't shake the feeling that the story wasn't over. She began tracing the old Spectra servers through archived domains and found something chilling. A hidden subfolder labeled Child Archive NMA. Inside were thousands of video clips, but not just Amara and her baby. Videos of other influencers, women from different parts of Africa, Asia, and even the UK. All mothers, all with infants. Each video showed the same pattern. The baby's eyes glowed faintly under artificial light. A voice whispered the same Igbo phrase, Oburu na ihum, ahu onwegi. If you see me, you see yourself. Adaze gasped, slamming her laptop shut. She ran to unplug it, but the screen stayed on, bright and humming. Then she saw it, her own reflection, holding a baby she didn't have. Her heart nearly stopped. The reflection smiled. Adaze, it said in Amara's voice. You uploaded the truth. Now you are part of it. The light in her room turned blood red. Days later, a new YouTube account appeared, Spectra Watch. It uploaded a single video titled An Influencer Who Used Her Baby. As content lived to regret it. The thumbnail was a familiar face, Amara, smiling softly, holding baby Enma. When viewers clicked, they didn't see an old vlog, they saw a live broadcast. Amara was sitting in a dark room, lit only by candles, rocking her child gently. Her voice was calm, almost serene. Do not pity me. I became what I wanted. Seen. Forever. You all wanted to watch, and you still do, even now. But remember, every time you look into your screen, something looks back. The camera panned slowly toward the crib. Empty. Then the feed cut out. Comments exploded. People thought it was an ARG, a horror promo. Hoax. But those who stayed to the very end noticed something no one could explain. Their own faces, briefly visible, reflected inside the black screen at the end of the video. And every one of them, whether in Nigeria, the UK, or Canada, reported the same thing that night. A faint giggle echoing from their phone when they tried to sleep. Months later, Adaze's documentary resurfaced with one final edition, an epilogue that no one claimed to have uploaded. In it, Amara's voice narrated softly, as old clips of her vlogs played in reverse. We wanted the world to see us happy, but we forgot that eyes are hungry. They don't just watch, they consume. Every click, every like, every share takes a piece of who we are. I gave them my baby's smile, and they never gave it back. The video faded to black. Then, a line appeared on the screen. In a world where attention is currency, some things should never be for sale. ACT 5. The moral and closing scene. The story of Amara Chukwu faded from trending lists, just as all viral stories do. The hashtags died, the threads were buried, and new faces took her place. But deep in the quiet spaces between screens, her presence lingered, like a shadow that remembered light. The tragedy became a parable told in whispers among mothers, influencers, and digital wanderers alike. No, one could prove the supernatural parts. Some said Amara suffered a mental breakdown. Others believed she had tapped into something ancient, a bridge between visibility and possession. Whatever the truth, it changed how many people saw the internet. Adaize Kalu, the journalist, left Lagos shortly after the Spectra scandal. She moved to Nsukka, away from city noise, away from screens. Her hair grayed early, and she stopped using smartphones altogether. One evening, a group of university students found her sitting under an old mango tree, writing by candlelight. "Ma, are you the one who made that documentary about the influencer?" A girl asked shyly. Adaize smiled faintly. "I was." The girl hesitated. "Do you think she's still alive?" Adaize looked up at the twilight sky. "Maybe, but not in the way you think." "What do you mean?" She blew out the candle and whispered, "Some people don't die. They just live inside what they love too much." The wind picked up suddenly, rustling the leaves like applause from unseen hands. That same night in Enugu, Mama Nkechi dreamed again. In her dream, she stood beside a river, glowing silver under the moon. Amara was there, barefoot, dressed in white, her baby in her arms. Both looked peaceful, as if the world had finally let them rest. "Mama," Amara said softly, "we're okay now." The eyes have closed. Tears streamed down the old woman's face. "I forgive you, my child. May you find peace." Amara smiled. "And may the living learn to protect what's sacred." Then she turned, walking into the mist with little Enma, who looked back once, smiling with that same innocent light that once lit up millions of screens. The river rippled, then stilled. When Mama Nkechi awoke, her pillow was wet with tears, but her heart was calm. For the first time in years, she slept again. Scene 3, the forgotten account. Months later, a content moderator at YouTube headquarters noticed something strange. An inactive Nigerian channel titled Amara and Enma Vlogs had suddenly started gaining subscribers again, thousands per hour. Curious, the moderator opened the page. There were no videos, no posts, no banner, just one line in the About section. "Every time you record a child's tears for likes, you invite a spirit that never forgets." He blinked confused. When he refreshed, the account had vanished completely. They say the world we live in now has two versions. The one we touch, and the one that touches us back through glass. Every smile we post, every secret we share, becomes part of something bigger than we can see. And though the story of Amara feels like a ghost tale, maybe it's something deeper. A warning dressed in fiction. A mirror reflecting our obsession with being seen. She was not evil. She was lonely. And the camera, that innocent lens, became her confessional, her audience, her judge. In the end, the same gaze that gave her love took everything else. Fame is not always light. Sometimes it's fire, and it burns everything it touches. Protect your private moments. Guard the sacred things. Your peace, your children, your heart, because not everything meant to be lived should be seen. The world's eyes are hungry. Feed them too long, and they will eat your soul.